Welcome to the retreats. I'm Corey Gaines.
And I'm Lauren Howard.
This is episode 1, Witch Hazel Retreat, part 1.
Rowena Eve is a type of girl who likes to live life on the edge. She doesn't listen to her parents, skips school, and has many rage issues. Her parents finally decided to send Rowena to a nice retreat they found on the internet. Witch Hazel Retreat is a nature-focused retreat in which rehabilitating the mind is the key focus.
You'll be fine, Rowena. It's a beautiful place.
I don't care how beautiful it is. I do not want to go.
Rowena Marie Eve, you're going, and that's the end of it.
A minute after Rowena's parents left, she walked up the long concrete steps to a pair of massive wooden doors. Just as she was about to knock, the doors creaked open, revealing a slim woman in her mid-50s. She wore a flowy dress that consisted of many colors, along with a flower pattern. Her hair stuck out of the bun she tried to piece together on top of her head.
Welcome to the Witch Hazel Retreat. I'm Director.
Rowena didn't bother listening to the rest of the director's welcome speech. Her eyes were glued to the scene around her. The trees reached up into the sky, there was a little stream that flowed smoothly nearby, and then she looked back to the school. The retreat appears run down beyond repair. From the old gray peeled siding to the missing shingles off the roof led Rowena to an interesting thought.
What's a shabby place like this doing in the middle of such beautiful woods? And in the middle of nowhere, too.
She turned back after hearing the director call her inside. Once they were inside, the director took Rowena to the center of the hall. To the sides, there were small hallways, behind them the entrance, but in front of them were two things. A staircase made from the same wood as the front doors, and just off to the right of them, a door.
Up those steps to your left, third door on your right is where you'll be staying.
Where does that door lead to?
Oh, that door? It just leads to our nature trails. They surround the retreat and go pretty far into the surrounding woods. Someone would get lost without their group and group leader, but luckily no one's left the trail group in recent years.
Rowena climbed up the stairs, remembering she was in the third room to the right. When she entered, she found she wasn't alone. There were two beds on each side of the room, two dressers, and one desk in between those beds on the far wall under a window. On the bed to the left sat a girl. She appeared to be around 14, staring at a potted jade plant on the desk.
You must be Rowena Eve.
I didn't tell you my name.
Yeah, whatever. The director said you'd be coming yesterday. Other than that, not many people come into my room. So, yeah, you're Rowena.
Great, you know my name already. Now what's yours?
Ava Smith.
After sorting her stuff away, Rowena goes to take a shower to wash off the sweat from her long car ride.
I don't know why you're taking a shower. We're going on a group nature walk with the director and some other girls after dinner, which, by the way, is in about 10 minutes.
Okay, whatever. I'm going to clean up anyways.
Dinner wasn't that great. The food was, well, to say the least, interesting, which made me not eat a lot. The director is standing at the door beside the stairs. She called me and the other girls out by name back in the dining hall. As I look around, the others look different than before. The expressions on their faces are a little off. We walked out the door. Even in the last hours before dusk, the woods still look beautiful.
Now, before we start our outing, I want you all to listen to me. Do not leave the group. It'll be dark in a few hours, and the last time someone ventured away, we won't go into that. Now we'll be children.
Rowena decided to be lazy and hang in the back of the group. 5 minutes into the nature walk, Rowena hears a whisper of her name emerge from the woods. Rowena. She twists her head and searches for the source of the endearing whisper, only to find nothing. There was no expression on the others' faces that indicated there ever was a whisper to begin with. That's when she heard it again. Only this time, the voice whispered with more intensity.
Rowena.
The director was leading the group further down the path, making it easier for Rowena to go unnoticed as she slacked off behind. When she was sure no one would notice, she slipped off the path into the woods, following the whisper. The earth crunched beneath her feet as she continued on her search in a trance-like state. The echoed whisper grows more intense as she reaches a clearing in the middle of the woods.
Rowena.
The whisper stops, and she looks towards what's in the center of that clearing. The last drops of sunlight fall on a yellow tree standing alone. She recognizes it as a witch hazel tree. Walking towards the tree, the voice reemerges, getting louder and louder, this time as more demanding, screaming at her to reach out and grab a blossom from the enticing tree. Before she knew it, there was a single blossom on her tongue just before she ate it. Suddenly, she snaps out of this trance-like state by the overly perfumed taste left in her mouth. Then her stomach turns and twists. The pain is unbearable. Her eyes blink closed as her vision is overcome with darkness. She hits the cold, hard ground. Rowena wakes up in the dead of night. Nothing is visible except the twinkling of stars lining the sky, no longer polluted with city lights like she's used to. A twig snaps behind her, drawing her attention away from the stars' amazement.
Crap.
As she panically reaches for her phone in her back pocket to use as a flashlight, managing to turn it on, she looks over and sees not even a blade of grass seems to be out of place. Rowena should at least try to find her way back to the retreat, but she can't remember anything that happened after the group left for the nature walk. It all seemed foggy, almost like a dream. Rowena stumbles to her feet and goes in the first way she sees. She spins around, but nothing's there. She turns back around and she says,
Rowena, calm down. These woods were so pretty in the daylight, so it's no different now. Okay, maybe not.
Rowena runs as fast as her feet will take her, stumbling due to her head still being dizzy. There's a strange feeling that someone is staring, lurking behind her. She turns her head only to see a tall, slim man with no face cloaked in the dark of night in the distance. Rowena continues to run in the opposite direction of that figure. Looking over her shoulder, he's gone. She returns her head back to run further away, just for that figure to now be standing right in front of her. The figure gets close enough to Rowena as she sees him and she screams. Somehow an electronic frequency causes her phone to glitch out.
The story continues next time on The Retreats to discover the truth behind what happened to Rowena after this night.
That's all for now. Thank you for joining us.